Anyhow, we got some nice inter-building grenades going off here. Unfortunately, he tried to get out of that building in time. Didn't quite happen. And it looks like, oh, very clever grenade usage right there. Notice what he did. He threw the grenade in front of the door, trying to get the troops as they went back into the building. Again, looks like he's going to hold out here, but still too much other stuff going on right now. The grenade goes off inside the building, kills 2 more gentlemen, and the remaining men from that Vet 1 rifle squad are going to have to retreat away. Notice these Rangers are Vet 1 as well. And we can see here, towards the middle of the map here, this repaired tank destroyer is out, but we do have 2 Panthers on the field right now from MatthewHazelwood. Again, though, the sticky bombs are continuing to be very, very annoying right now. But unfortunately, that M10 does not have anything to do, it does not have too much out there. Oh, and we have an off-map combat group now is available as well. So he could do a call-in right now to get a big blob of troops as soon as he gets enough money for that. You can see he is saving up his money. He is at 700. We should be seeing that soon. And we have a massive infantry attack right now, just continuing to put lots of pressure. Unfortunately, Panthers are not very effective at all. If you're not familiar with these numbers down here, the numbers on the right-hand side, underneath the unit description, kind of give you a vague idea about its effectiveness. It has a 2 effectiveness on a scale of 0 to 10, or maybe 0 to 9, I believe it is. And he has a 9 effectiveness against vehicles. So Panther, huge anti-vehicle, not too good against infantry. As a result, the infantry can stand around for quite a while and throw sticky bombs. Once they vet up, though, they eventually get an MG42 gunner on the roof, and then suddenly they become a lot more effective against infantry here. So taking a look around the map, we can see that the passive-aggressive war is finally being waged over here by it looks like Matthew using his wounded troops actually just to cap these points, trying to put them to good use. Again, spreading out, capturing everything, looking pretty good there. And we'll take a look around right now. So NuclearSensei, again, is still down. It's 278 points to 378 for Matthew. Matthew is just really in control here with the strong central presence, the bunker, the double Panthers and whatnot. Doing a pretty good job microing the Panthers. We haven't seen too many terrible unit losses for either player yet. They're all just kind of doing a really good job. Again, sticky bombs continue to be annoying, but notice the amount of sticky bombs that have gone out there, the amount of damaged engines we've seen, and yet they're constantly being repaired again. So it looks like Hazelwood is making a good priority out of that. Again, the bazookas coming out of the Rangers right now, but unfortunately being suppressed. They're kind of taking a little bit too much damage. They could fire up if they really wanted to get really close there, but unfortunately I think they're just going to end up taking too much damage and having to retreat. Again, the infantry just having a really hard time here in the middle because it looks like Matthew has such good distribution of his troops just kind of all throughout this central area right now. He's just sitting where he knows he needs to sit in order to win the game. This M10 continuing to get some pretty good use. He's had 2 infantry kills, not bad. And looking around here, we can see the riflemen are still continuing to wage the passive-aggressive war, and we do have the off-map call-in here, so let's see what he got. Anti-tank gun, mortar team, machine gun team, and infantry squad coming out there. I believe sometimes you can get bigger units like M8 Greyhounds or sometimes N10 tank destroyers, but, you know, anti-tank gun is not bad. We'll take it. The mortar team, certainly useful since he doesn't have Tier 2. He doesn't have any way to build mortar teams naturally. And now we can see, once again, the Panther just threatening the base. Again, I don't think he's trying to win the game or anything like that, but he knows that it's a good way to distract. And check out what he's doing behind the scenes here. Building yet another bunker, possibly going to upgrade it with an MG42, really putting the pressure on NuclearSensei's front door here. He's definitely getting aggressive. Always important to make your opponents take casualties on their own turf whenever you can. But check it out, the surprise anti-tank gun out here right now, combined with the bazookas, putting some hurt onto this Panther, as a matter of fact. We even have some skirmishing happening on here in the center right now. This forward-looking sorry, not an MG42, but forward-looking machine gun team. Let's check out what's going on down here. The anti-tank gun is moving up. We have a single bazooka shot. These gentlemen are finally taking a little bit of damage here. Looks like that Panther maybe is going to get away. Oh, no, the Panther goes down, crashing into the bunker. The bunker, however, has been upgraded to an MG42. You can always tell because it gets this little camo mesh netting over the front of it. But still, it doesn't really matter. Lots of forward pressure going on. It was very unfortunate, though, that he lost that Panther. He probably should have retrieved that earlier. However, the counterattacking going on here is probably being a little bit of a distraction right now. Even the mortar team is moving up. Continue to take a look here, and oh no, he's got to get out of there. He is getting, looks like maybe even stuck on a retreating unit here. This poor rifleman is just like, oh, get me out of here, hanging on to the bottom of the Panther. Panther moving away for the time being right now, and you can see, oh, a couple of swings and misses out of the anti-tank gun there. But definitely that armored combat group coming out of nowhere certainly threw him for a loop. Unfortunately, this M10 tank destroyer has got to get out of there right now. Oh my god, M10 tank destroyer, you are absolutely covered in Panthers. Really, we're just seeing lots and lots of Panther spam coming out. No, the M10 tank destroyer goes down. I'm not sure what this what this machine gunner is hoping to accomplish, but really he's just a bonus. Any suppression right there is fine. I love the central mortar team, though. The mortar team is honestly really effective against this sort of defensive position here. And you can see the machine gun, the MG42 bunker here, doing a lot of good at just kind of holding back on these troops. But it doesn't matter. The anti-tank gun here has just got free reign on it. You can see Vet 2 on this guy here, obviously getting a kill off on the Panther and doing some more damage here. Not a bad move. And we can see the Rangers right now are just kind of sprinting up, heading towards the center here, getting their bazookas off once again, doing some damage to that Panther. Unfortunately, though, there are just so many troops here in the center, it's really hard for him to get an edge right now. It is, right now, he's bleeding out a lot. 885 points for NuclearSensei, 374 points for MatthewHazelwood. Having some trouble here, but moving out. Oh, we see a lot of motion right here on NuclearSensei's side. Unfortunately, again, being really hassled by this bunker. But we've got quite a few rifleman squads moving in towards the center, backed up by this mortar team, who looks like he's just kind of dropping mortars on this bunker. If that sits there for long enough, it could definitely take out that bunker, perhaps. Massive, massive infantry attack coming in right now for NuclearSensei. We can see here, Browning automatic rifles, a lot of veterancy out here for NuclearSensei. One big unfortunate thing is that we don't see any veterancy at all right now for MatthewHazelwood. He's doing a pretty good job right now, but you can see Vet 3 out there for the rifleman. Vet 3 is incredibly effective. The rifleman for the Allies, of course, can only vet up through combat. My God, are they seeing a lot of combat right now. Look at how many German bodies are just on the battlefield right now. Again, infantry really prevail in close fighting in this kind of environment. Oh, God, and squads are just getting wiped out left and right. We've got 3 squads of Vet 3 riflemen right now just gunning all of these gentlemen down. Even another counterattack out here by this fresh squad. And, man, just completely managing to take out that entire tank right there. Beautiful, beautiful looking coordinated attack in the center right now, just using riflemen. Vet 3 riflemen are just amazing in this field. And now we can really see the effect of not having a Kampfkraft center for MatthewHazelwood. That's probably his biggest oversight this game, is not vetting up his troops. And the veterancy right now from NuclearSensei, combined with the fact that he really hasn't lost any rifleman squads this entire game. I could be wrong on that, but I do see 4 out there, so I guess he's lost at least 1 rifleman squad at some point. But having those late game veterancy is just so effective right now for NuclearSensei. We can see repairs going off or whatever, but the Kampfkraft Center, again, if you're new to the game or if you're a Dawn of War 2 player, is where you do your upgrades. The Axis have to upgrade differently than the Allies. Allies get it through combat. And look at this nice ability here, using the sprint on the Rangers to get around behind that bunker, finishing off with the close-range bazookas. Nice move there. And the points have finally shifted back 2-1 in favor of NuclearSensei. However, he is way behind, 164 to 367. Definitely far behind in that regard. But anyhow, again, kind of scattered in my reporting of what was going on there. But yes, veterancy could have been being purchased this entire time. So that's unfortunate. This mortar team has been doing a great job here, hammering away at this position. Almost taking out that bunker. We can see bazooka shots coming out of the Rangers. Perhaps they're going to get it. You can see that it looks like these guys are going to have to retreat away. Oh, God, are they going to get it? Some more bazookas, and yes, they finally take down that key bunker. That is humongous. Well, sort of humongous. Obviously, you can just build another bunker here. It's not that bad. And yes, that's exactly what he's going to do. But still, you know, it's a little bit of a victory there, forcing him to have to retreat away. We do have Austrians on the field right now, and let me take a look. We haven't looked at MatthewHazelwood for too much right now. He hasn't got any new points here, and oh my God, that's a howitzer, ladies and gentlemen. We have a howitzer firing downrange. Of course, one of the top-tier infantry abilities, allowing him to build a howitzer, much like the Flak 88 that we sometimes see defensive players have. He has to build that in his base, though, just kind of leveling away at the center, and that is really going to give him some staying power right now. As soon as he starts busting out the artillery shots there, that's definitely a good news. Really, really good news for NuclearSensei. He'll be able to just kind of hammer away at these defensive positions, having a nice little static defense like that. It looks like he's got good control over the left-hand side or the right-hand side of the map here. Again, all of these Vet 3 riflemen with Browning automatic rifles, sticky bombs, maybe even hand grenades at this point in game. Even up against Austrians. Austrians are just phenomenal flak tanks, really good at wrecking infantry. These guys are going to take some damage, but no, it looks like he's opting to put double sticky bombs instead on the Panther right there. I would have rather seen that go down on that instead, but it looks like, yeah, they got out of there pretty well. It looks like MatthewHazelwood even complaining that perhaps he didn't lose a single guy. I keep forgetting this isn't Dawn of War 2, and I can't select retreating units there, so I can't confirm or deny that. But definitely running into a bunch of Austrians and a Panther and not taking any casualties. Pretty good feat right there. We can see more towards the center, of course. We do have the riflemen are just awesome right now. The riflemen even have a bazooka that they've picked up from, obviously, from a fallen ranger here. Now you can see the effectiveness of those Austrians, however, as they focus fire on this Vet 1 squad, destroying the engine, destroyed engine on both of these guys, and unfortunately, they are just sitting ducks right now as the riflemen are moving in, but man, look at the casualties the riflemen are taking. Those flak shots really just wreck up. You can see as soon as they step out of cover, they have a really hard time here. Although the anti-tank gun, is setting up. I think that was a bit of a misfire, though. We've got two very wounded tanks, and oh no, we've got a rocket barrage coming right down into the stationary defenses here. Will he be able to get out in time, or is he going to take... Oh no! The entire anti-tank gun goes down. NuclearSensei loses it. But look at this, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like he's going to return fire with his howitzer. He knows they have to be somewhere around here. We see howitzer shots landing. It's pretty random, but you do direct in a line of fire, and he takes out one of them. One of the Austrian flak panzers gets wrecked by it. Will the next shot hit? Unfortunately, we have slow motion out of control here. Another shot. Oh, damaging this even more. You can see this is pretty much as damaged as a flak panzer can possibly get. I guess it could be immobilized as well. Has a destroyed engine, a destroyed turret. Really, there's nothing this flak panzer can do for the time being, but it does escape. Let's take a look here at this howitzer and see what we've got going on here. He's got 7 infantry kills. You can see the infantrymen setting that thing up right now. 7 infantry kills and 2 vehicle kills there. Oh, 1 vehicle kill, sorry. But man, that thing is looking pretty sweet. Indeed, pretty sweet. Basically, in Company of Heroes Online, you've got engineer riflemen, which eventually you could use to build howitzers. That's the way they balance that into the infantry scheme there. Again, Vet 3 riflemen charging on out on the battlefield right now. NuclearSensei definitely has the initiative at this point in the game. He's managed to kind of survive the blitzkrieg, even though it's a defense commander. He managed to survive the onslaught of tanks, doing so only with infantry for the most part. I mean, obviously he had some support there, but largely an infantry-based style of defense. Very fun. We do have the mortar team up here now too. That's going to make it hard for these troops to kind of set up any long-lasting bunkers and stuff like that. Way on the right-hand side again, we can see capturing these victory points. Oh, no! And we have a little bit of a red flag going out there right now from MatthewHazelwood, calling map hacking. Nothing wrong with map hacking again. I think NuclearSensei just using intelligent decision-making in terms of where to aim his... you can see he's kind of missing here. But, you know, you've got a howitzer on the field. Not a bad idea to point at where you think troops are. Make sure you use it every cooldown. It only costs a little bit there. So taking a look back here, I'm going to look at NuclearSensei right now. And we'll see he did also bring in an artillery strike as well. So we'll be seeing a little bit more of that coming in for the time being right now. But man, strong central control going back to NuclearSensei. But however, his opponent is certainly not out of this game. There are plenty of things he could do at the time being, but man, just look at the spread of the infantry right now, spreading out, capturing the whole center of the map right now. We're going to have to see a concerted attack coming out of the axis for the time being here. Looks like we do have Austrians, and man, look at the Rangers here getting really bold, charging in, trying to do a little bit of damage here. I love these like down gliders all over the place. I wonder if he just put them there because they fit on the map or what, just to kind of use some of the doodads and all that sort of thing.